Hey, what up, guys? So coming at you with the next first quarter top 10 list. We're going to look at the 154-pound super welterweight division. This division is still getting better. You know, I really enjoy the 154-pounders right now. You know, I think this division needs to be paid attention to a little more by fans, because there's a lot of good fights going on. A lot of the best fighters are fighting each other. So good stuff going on. So let's see what has happened in the first quarter so far in this division. We currently have nobody dropping out of the top 10. So that's a good thing, you know, because there has been some action, you know, some action in the top 10. So now instead of we have a new addition to the top 10. We have a two-way tie for 10th now. That first one is Takashi Mochizuki, who's now a former world title challenger. In January, he got the opportunity to challenge Jaime Munguia for the WBO title, and he fought his ass off in that fight. It was a really good fight. He kept coming at Munguia, who had weight issues coming in. Munguia outworked him and definitely deserved the decision, but Inoue proved that he is a very good and solid fighter. So congratulations to him. Haven't heard anything on what he's doing next, but he really put in a good effort, and hopefully he comes back at some point with a bang in this. It makes an impact that one, you know, continues to make an impact, maybe gets himself into some kind of an eliminator. Next, and tied with him for 10th, dropping one spot from number 9, is former world title challenger Julian J-Rock Williams. Well, he drops a spot because somebody else moved in ahead of him, but this guy is definitely has the opportunity of a lifetime. May 11th, and what I think is the biggest fight of his career, he's going to be challenging Jarrett Hurd for the IBF and WBA unified super welterweight title. Hurd is currently the top-rated junior welter or super welterweight in the world. It's a big-time fight for J-Rock right here. May 11th on Fox Sports. I really think he's overmatched in this one. I think Jarrett Hurd is big, he's strong. But you never know if Hurd's overlooking J-Rock, because J-Rock got an opportunity a few years back against Jamal Charlo for the IBF title, and he got knocked out in 5 rounds. But it was a competitive fight. But I think he's overmatched in this one. I think he's going to lose. But I do think he's got a puncher's chance, and his style makes it, he's going to make it interesting. So we're going to see Saturday, May 11th on Fox Sports. On Fox. Make sure to check that out. Okay, next at number 9, dropping one spot from number 8, is former WBO champion Liam Smith. Now, Smith signed a contract with DAZN, with Matchroom, which is airs DAZN airs Matchroom fights. He got an opportunity. He took on little-known Sam Eggington and scored a 5th-round TKO in the first fight of his contract. Now, there's a lot of talks about him getting Kell Brook in the ring. Jesse Vargas is moving up to 154 now. You know, so he's going to have some options in his next fight. I really think he's going to get Brook or Vargas in his next fight. Brook is supposed to be coming back at the beginning of June, so I think he'll wait around for that. He's not a very active guy as Liam Smith, but he is a good, solid super welterweight, so we'll see how busy Matchroom and Eddie Hearn keeps Liam Smith, but congrats on his first win, and hopefully he gets back into the mix quick. Next at number 8, dropping one spot from number 7, is former WBA champion Austin No Doubt Trout. No news on Trout and what he's doing next. He still hasn't fought since June of last year, when he came up short in a hard-fought decision loss against Jamal Charlo. So hopefully we hear something on his return sometime soon, because June marks his 1-year anniversary of not fighting, and if he's not scheduled, he's going to drop out of it. Next at number 7, dropping one spot from number 6, is former welterweight champ Kell Brook. Brook, there was a lot of talk of him fighting Jesse Vargas. There was talk about him fighting Liam Smith. Now he's not supposed to be returning until likely the June 1st, the DAZN card, undercard, featuring Anthony Joshua in the main event. You know, Brook, I don't know what he's planning on doing next. I think he wants Amir Khan if Khan wins or loses against Terrence Crawford, but especially if he were to win. I don't know if he would get that. I really think Brook needs to focus on 154 and get his ass back in the ring and go after a world title, fight somebody good. You know, I mean, the guy really needs to focus. He's getting old, and, you know, I'm not sure how much this guy has left. So, you know, hopefully we hear something soon, and hopefully he does return on June 1st, and hopefully it's against a lot better opponent than people are expecting it to be. But I think it's going to be against some nobody, which is sad. But we'll see. Next at number 6 is the undefeated WBO champion, Jaime Munguia. He drops one spot from number 5. He fought in January against Takashi Inoue. He had weight issues. He had weight issues. He did okay in the fight. He outworked Inoue, but you could tell the weight was bothering him. You know, it ended up going the distance, so that's you know, another fight that goes the distance that some people feel shouldn't have. So maybe he was overlooking him. Obviously, the weight was an issue. We'll see what he does going forward. I like Munguia. He's fighting actually this Saturday, April 13th. He's taking on Dennis Hogan, Australian. I think he's going to get the big knockout people want to see in this one, and prove to everybody that he is as legit as we think he is. So it should be good. Saturday, April 13th, Munguia versus Dennis Hogan on DAZN, main event of a DAZN card. Next at number 5 is former WBC champion Jermell Charlo. He drops one spot from number 4. It hasn't been finalized yet, but the projected date for the rematch with Tony Harrison looks like June 22nd, which is going to be either on Showtime or on Fox. I don't know where they're going to fight, you know, and when exactly. But it looks almost for sure like the rematch is happening next. So hopefully we hear something soon. You know, it was a questionable decision last year against Harrison, so we're going to see see if he gets the rematch that he desperately wants. Next at number 4, dropping one spot from number 3, is the WBC champion Tony Harrison. As I said, looks like Harrison, June 22nd, is going to face off against Jermell Charlo in a rematch. That's not confirmed yet, though. That's just what people are expecting. So hopefully we hear something soon about that rematch. If these two guys do fight, my prediction, to be honest, I could see it going either way. I think Harrison beats him legit this time, because I think Harrison fought a little reserved in the first fight, which is why a lot of people, myself included, thought Charlo won, but it was a close fight. I think he'll let himself go a little bit more and figure out that, you know, and see the opportunities that he had, and I think he'll win. But I do think it could go either way. We'll see who's a WBC champion by the end of June for my mid-year top 10s. Next at number 3, moving up 7 spots from number 10, is the undefeated WBA regular champion Brian Castaño. The reason for his move is March 2nd, he defended his title against Erislandy Lara, who was the number 2 fighter in the division, and he worked his ass off against Lara. It was a great fight between the two. They went toe-to-toe. He actually outlanded Lara, but Lara seemed to land the better punches, so that's one of those fights, could go either way. They called it a draw. I think that was the right decision, and now we don't know what he's doing next, but I think a rematch makes a lot of sense. Why not fight Lara again? Even if he comes up short, he will have shown in 2 straight fights that he is a top 5 super welterweight, top 3 really. And you know, there would be no shame in losing to Lara. The first time around, he rolled the dice. Do it again, because there's not a lot of options right now for Castaño, considering Jarrett Hurd is likely going to fight the winner of Charlo and Harrison, the rematch, in his next fight, given that he beats Julian Williams. So it makes a lot of sense for these two guys to fight. Not sure if we're going to know for sure by the end of June, by the mid-year, if these two guys are going to fight for sure, but I do think it's leaning that way, and I do think they will. So we'll see what happens. Still number 2 is Erislandy Lara, the former world champion. As we said, he fought his ass off, and it was a good, entertaining fight against a younger, undefeated Brian Castaño. Came up short as the fight was declared a draw. I think it makes a lot of sense for Lara to fight him again, as I just said. It will not happen before the end of June, though, but hopefully we know that that's the direction that these two are going in. But honestly, I doubt that we will. So we'll keep you posted. Hopefully we hear some news. And then still number 1 is the undefeated IBF WBA Super Welterweight champion Jarrett Hurd. No surprise what he's doing. As we expected, May 11th, he will be returning to defend his unified title against mandatory number 1 contender, former world title challenger Julian J-Rock Williams. This is going to be a good fight. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be at least entertaining for as long as it lasts. I think Hurd's going to come out and make a statement. He's going to dominate Julian Williams. retain his world titles and push forward with hopefully a unification bout later in the year. That's Saturday, May 11th on Fox. Pay attention. It's going to be good. Jarrett Hurd's still the best super welterweight in the world, without question. That's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. I will be back with some more as we go along every day. True Boxing, been hit with the truth.